Hey guys, I wanted to make a tutorial today on how to make this simple landing page. So I thought it looks pretty cool. So it just has a navbar with some links and a header page with some with a call to action button and a basic footer. We also have this watermark at the behind, so we are also going to be doing that. This is just a simple one. I've not got much time, so I might do it. I might do the coding faster. So if you guys miss anywhere, I definitely recommend everything is in the description. The links are there. So I've got a links file which contains all the links for the images. So I'm not going to download anything. So I'm just gonna quickly make an index.html and style.css. So let's get started with HTML first with this, and I'm gonna say modern page website. Once that's done, I'm gonna link this to my style.css. I'm just zooming in a bit so you guys are able to see it easily. So first of all, let's also comment this and make this easier to read. First we want to make a div with a class of navbar, and inside that we need a nav container, div with a class of nav container and another class called container, and we need a tag which doesn't go anywhere, and inside that we need an h2 called Headphone. So as you guys can see, we have the logo right here, so that's what we are going to be doing. After the ul, after the a, we need a ul tag with the class, with the class of nav, and we need an li listed item and a tag. So first of all we need home, and after that we need contact, and for the contact we actually need a class called active, so we can make that background. So there's that. So we need to deal with the header now. So out there I'm gonna say header, and I need a div with a class of header, and after that I need a container. So inside the container we'll be having the divs and the h3s. So inside one div we need h3 and we need lorem. No, I'm just gonna say the future is here, and after that we actually need a p tag where we have some text. So I'm gonna say lorem 30. So basically we made the nav bar, we have this and we have active this, and now we made that, and now we are dealing with the p tag. Now we're going to make the button. So I just wanted to get that out of the way. Inside this div I want the link. So inside I'm sorry if you guys are hearing some noises, by the way. So we have to read more. So the div section is going to be for this side, and for the separate one we want the image. Right after the div tag we need an image with the source is what I have over here in my links. So I'm just gonna copy that, cut that and paste it right there. And also what I want to do is I want to open up in live show so I can see the live feed. Actually I'm using extension called live server, so if you guys don't have that, make sure to get it. It's superb. We don't have the image. Do I have my internet on? Yeah. Why isn't this working? Yeah, so we have it over there. So after that we need a headphone overlay. So that's where we are going to be having the overlay, so which is going to be behind everything. So I want to just bring up the image, and I'll bring up the links, and this is where I have the overlay. As I said, I'll have that in the description so it's easier for you guys. So once that's done, we now want to focus on the footer. Footer is not gonna be that much complicated, so we need a div with a class of footer, and a div with a class of main container, and after that we need 4 separate divs for all the 4 separate links that we have. So I'm gonna say only for the first one I'm gonna type out myself, and now for after that I'm just gonna copy everything. Check us out, and after that I need some LIs, so I'm gonna say lorem 3, and I'm just gonna copy paste that, and I want to copy paste this 3 more times, so 1 more time, and after that that's it. And we need an HR after that. This is okay. So after the main container, I mean inside the main container, we need I'm sorry, after everything we need AHR, so there's that, and after that we need one overlay. So I'm gonna paste that link again. So I guess that's all for the HTML. Now let's move on to the CSS part. So this is what we have basically on our web page without HTML and CSS. So let's get started moving with CSS. So in the style.css, first we wanna say margin 0 and margin 0 and padding 0 and box sizing border box. And after that we want to target the body to have a font family. I'm using a font called Nunito. I'll just leave it in the GitHub page, and we want to make some basic styling. So for the A tag we don't need that underline, so I'm gonna say text decoration none. And for the list types we don't need that bullet point, so I'm gonna say list style none. List style none. And after that we need to target the navigation bar. So I'll just say nav bar, and I'm gonna give it a width width of 90% and margin auto, and I want to give some padding to the nav container, padding of 20 pixels on the top and 0 from the left and right. And let me check how much time is there. Okay, I've got time. So after that want to target the nav container h2. So nav container h2, I'm gonna give it a different color, which is RGB, and 29, 29 and 29. After that we want to target the nav container and the nav that is inside, which is the ULs. So I want to make that come to the side. Justify self flex end. So basically if we take a look at the nav bar, this is what it should be looking like. This should have come to the other side. Nav container, they have put display grid. Wait, I should have put display grid for this, and I wanna put grid template columns to repeat 2 times, saying 1FR. If we save that and take a look, the navigation bar is done. So after that we want to target the nav, which we have done. We want to target it another time, and we want to say display flex, because we want the text to be vertically centered. So after that we want to target the nav container and dot nav and the a tag inside it. So we want to give it some margin of 0 from the top and bottom, 20 pixels from the left and right, and the color I want to give is black. And after that we want to target the active container, active link, sorry, a with a class of active. What we want is a background with 333, and we want the color of the text to be white, and we want some padding of 10 pixels from the top and bottom, sorry, 10 pixels, and 20 pixels from the left and right. And I want to give some border radius of 30 pixels. So if we see it's not working because we don't want to take that a tag, we only want the link. So we have that. Once that's done, we want to once that's done, we want to target the image and the header section. Header, I want to give a width of 80%, and margin on the top I want to give 70 pixels, and auto from the left and right. And container we already gave it at the top. So actually we have a div with a class of container in the header too. So we already have the CSS for container, so we don't have to do it again. So we want to target the container image, and we want to give a fixed width of 100%. So because of that, it's gonna be okay, it's gonna look okay. So I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say is I'm not sure if the way I'm talking is correct. So if I'm wrong, I want you guys to please correct me in the comments. So you can also follow me on Instagram and DM me and stuff like that. So regardless, I want to say container, and I want to target the div with an h3 inside it. So for that, we want the font size to be relatively big because we want that to stand out. And after that, we want to make this, which is the line that is there. So we want to do the same thing. I'm gonna copy this, paste it right there. I want to put after is like a selector, so you can use that to do anything which is associated with that. So I'm gonna say I'm not sure if that is a correct description, but you guys can search it on W3 schools. I'm definitely sure they have some good theory stuff there. So the content, I want to set it to none. I want to set the position absolute, and I want to set the color RGB. This is a unique one, so 23, 125 and 165. That's the color we have. And after that, I want the height of it to be 3 pixels and the width to be 130 pixels. And as we have absolute position, I want 51% from the top, and from the left I need 15%. So as you can see, we have it right there, because we also want to target the paragraph and give it some margin. So after that, we want to target the paragraph. Paragraph is container with the div and p tag. So the margin from the top and bottom I want to give 20 pixels and 0 from the left and right. So now it should be looking good. And after that, I actually want to make it 25 pixels. Margin from the top and bottom. Actually I want to make this 50%. or 49. Yes, that's good. I'm gonna decrease this to 10. Let that be 20 and okay, now I want to target the A tag inside the divs. So padding of 15 pixel, and the background I want it to be, I want the background to be this light black. So margin 20 pixels from the top and bottom and 0 from the left and right, and I'm gonna say display inline block because it's an inline element. So if we apply margin it won't work, but it will work if we put inline block. So after that we want a border radius of 10 pixels. So here we have that, and it's nicely aligned. So we have to do this, but before that yeah, I have time to do the footer. So after that I want to style the headphone, which is the overlay. So I want to say headphone, I want to give it absolute position. I want to say top of -10% because we want it to go up than the container. So left of 5%. We want to give it a slight opacity, so I want to say 0.1, which is same as 0.1. so z index, which means we want it to go behind everything. So if we take a look, I want it to be what is it, 0.1 or 0.7? Let me check, where is it? What if I say that? Okay, we didn't add it a class of, is that the problem? Okay, the class of headphones, so it might work right now. Yeah, so what I want to say is -10, and I want to reduce the opacity as well because I didn't give it a class of 0.1, so I'm sorry for that. So right now I want to quickly style the footer because I'm running out of time. Footer, I want to say, I want to give it a big margin from the top and bottom, from the top only, so 0 0 0 only from the top. So background we need 333, and padding we need 100 pixels from the top and bottom, 100 pixels from the left and right. So the footer and the main container that we have inside the footer, we want to use grid system. So I want to say display grid, and after that I want to say we have 4 elements, so we want to say repeat 4 times 1 fr. So if we take a look down here, it's gonna give us that. Now because we have this headphone at the end, we want to style that too. So after that I want to target the main container, and I want to target the div with an h4. I want to give it a color of RGB 41, 100 and 177. That's just some colors that I got from the headphone itself. 20 font size 25 pixels, and the margin from the top and bottom I want to give 10 pixels and 0. So here we have that. After that I want to target the li that we have, main container div with li, which are the links. So first of all I want to treat it as a link, even though it's not a link. So for each of them I want it to be spaced out with 3 pixels, so it's spaced out a little bit. After that I wanna target the HR we have over there, and what do I wanna do? I wanna give it a little bit of margin of 20 pixels and 0 from the left and right, and I want the opacity to be 0.4, which is equivalent to 0.4. So I want it to be 10. Where do we put that shot? I think we should put it inside that. Yes. Yeah. So quite around 20 pixels. Yeah, so that's gonna work. The reason we have that, because I guess, is we didn't put a grid gap. Sorry, grid gap of 2 rem, so it should be quite good. And after that, lastly, we want to give the last one a class, the last overlay. I'm sorry if you guys are hearing sound of prayers. So headphone 2, I want to copy that class, and at the end I want to style it a little bit. So I want to give position. Actually, you know what, we don't need that. I'm actually going to erase that as well, because we actually don't need that. So we are quite done. Yeah, we're actually done with the website. This is what it should be looking like if you followed along. Guys, I'm so sorry if you guys found this video really fast, like if I was talking very fast. I'm so sorry guys, but in the future upcoming videos I won't be looking at the time, but I will be focusing on what I should talk. Also, I want you guys to please comment in the comment section if you guys have any doubts. So if you guys are interested, give me a subscribe and like, and that's it. And thank you for showing me love in my previous videos, and that's it. I'll see you guys in my next one.